It is Friday, April 17th, and in the studio today we have Mr. Bob Zdora with the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zdora taking care of all your real estate needs. How are you doing, Bob?
I'm great. Sun's out. It's a beautiful day. We had a wonderful prayer earlier and the community participation in that. And the Christian Academy does a really, really great job over there. And they're to be commended for the help in turning out these kids that are good and squared away and grounded. And that's a wonderful.
Boy, you can really tell it in their presence.
Well, you really can't you? Yeah. I mean, when they're in, they're polite. They're, the parents are, everybody's neat, clean, squared away. Just really, you can't tell. Yes, you can. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
That's a very good thing.
So we should wish Dale a happy birthday, which is Sunday.
Birthday, Dale.
Because I know he's listening. He's laughing, going, boy, they blew that intro.
Hey, man, I'm just glad taxes are over. Everything here is downhill. So
yeah.
Taxes over, and let's start it out.
It's it. We start all over again,
That's it.
We just got to make sure that if you got a big return and you think that, boy, that was really great, I got all this money back, that means that you've been giving them too much money throughout the course of the year.
That's right.
You're getting that money back at no interest, at no nothing, and they're sending it back to you when they feel like sending it back. So if you're getting a lot back, you may want to take a look at how your deductions are. And if you're in a situation where you had to write them a check, that means that God bless you, that you're doing okay, but you may want to look at, other options, so talk to your accountants and figure out what's best for you. Everybody's a little different with the taxes.
That's good advice.
Because if you're getting a big lump back, you can do a couple of things. You could possibly put it down as a down payment on a home, which would be a good thing for me, maybe. And to be able to pay down a little debt's always a good thing. So, but in the home, and if you're getting a big lump back, then you are paying too much. That means that you could maybe be taking some of that money and applying it into a mortgage. And if you're a renter or you're in a situation where you're not owning what's yours, and you want to be able to paint that wall chartreuse and have a little puppy or whatever it is that you want to do and begin your life and say, you know what, I'm tired of all this economy stuff, and it's time for me to live. And whether you're a single or a young couple or a young family, there's a lot of properties out there that are available that you can pick up, that you can begin the process of partly of being an adult, but partly of just being a homeowner, being a responsible homeowner, a part of the community, and just being able to do what you want to do and not have to be at I don't want to say the mercy, but to be at someone else's, instead it's like living with mom all over again with somebody telling you can't do this and you can't do that and don't put flowers out there, don't
tear that wall down.
Yeah, I mean, all the landlords have their own different, ways of doing things and their own business models. But to be able to go out and buy a home, spring, it's a new start, it's a new beginning for everyone, coming out of Easter and all, and it's a really an opportunity possibly for you to take a look and say, okay, well, we've got this money that came in off our taxes. Maybe we can go out and we can look at a house. There's some great plans out there. I preach local banks all the time, and the banks here, they've got a number of programs going that can really help you out and get you started. Which is the place that you should be starting anyway. If you're thinking about buying a house, go to the bank that you go to now. And if you don't have a bank or you're not real comfortable with them, I don't really know anybody, give us a call. We've got some great banks here in town that we can refer you to and get you started on the path towards home ownership, to get you see what it is that you can afford to buy, which is the most important part of this. It's not a matter of, hey, I want to see that house. You may want to see it, and it may be your house, but you need to be able to know that you can afford that house. You need to be looking at things. We all need to be looking at things that we can afford. I'd love a Mercedes. I can't buy a Mercedes.
And that goes with the seller, too. I mean, if you're not going through an agent, you're not getting these people credit checked or anything else. It's just a big waste
and just
of
being
time.
being able to get people to sit them down and get them pre-qualified before they come in so that they're looking at the right house, because the people that are listed, they expect everybody who walks through that door to be their buyer. Right. They think that this is the one. this is the one. And to just go through people's houses just for exercise, to go, oh, nice paint. How come they did that over there in that corner? Why do, how come the kitchen's so small? When you're not actually there to buy the house, when you're just kind of looking, that's it's just not fair to the people that are trying to sell their homes.
That's right.
They go through the trouble of cleaning everything up and packing everything up and packing up Fido and taking him out of the house so that the showing can go on, and it's not a real showing. So if somebody's here and they're just in town and they want to kind of get a feel for what the housing market is here, what you can get for your money, we'll take them to there's enough vacant homes in town that we can take people through those homes, make appointments, go through there, give them an idea of what this neighborhood is like. And that's very important, because now you're not really inconveniencing anyone because the place is empty, but it gives them an idea of what it is they're looking for. We get people that have been here 2-3 times. When they're seriously looking, when they've got an offer on their home in Dubuque, and they're thinking of saying, okay, well, this is now the time. Then we can sit and we've sold a lot of vacant houses to people that because they all need to be sold as well. It's not just the grandma and grandpa sitting there waiting to go. There's vacancies where the people have left already. They've gone on to be with the kids. They've had health issues. They've had a job that transferred them out unexpectedly and they didn't know. So it's a process of getting the people into the right places. I got a call from a guy yesterday from Oklahoma, a family that's the wife is going to be retired the end of this month, and they're ready to make the move. And so I sent them some listings, and they'll be coming out. And when they get here, we'll sit and we'll talk and show them. We'll sit in the office. Our office is, I got a big flat screen on the wall, and you can come and we sit at the table and we go over, okay, this is what's available. This is where you're telling me you want to spend. This is how much money you want to spend. This is what's here. This is where this house is in relationship to town. Are you looking to be in town? Are you looking to be, people say, well, I want to be out in the middle of nowhere. So then you start to take them out a little bit. I mean, not even very far. And, oh, no, I don't want to be out this far. Or as soon as you pull off the road and you start to touch gravel, oh, no, it's got to be all blacktop. And then that's fine. But they don't, and a lot of times they don't know that until they get here and they see how far is far. It's kind of a way. Sometimes
well, let me
it
ask you now that was a shock factor for me, and I came from Dallas, so it wasn't that big. But somebody like New York, Chicago, they're paying, $500,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh, yeah.
And they come down here and find out they can buy a 1,000-acre ranch. I mean, are they just blown away with how
well, they expect the prices to be less expensive here than they are in New York, Chicago, Dallas, whatever it may be. Right. But the thing that gets them the most is the taxes. When when we look at the taxes, and I've had people, you tell them how much are the tax on that property? They're $1,000, and I've had them ask me a month, and you go, no, that's for the whole year. You get the bill in February, and it's not due until October, and they go, oh, you're full of it. You're just trying. That's some salesman trick, and I just sit down and you show them how the process works, because in these big metropolitan areas, they don't. They want that money like yesterday. Yeah. They, it's amazing the difference in the tax. And I think that's probably one of the biggest shocks for people is the taxes. But we don't run the same type of things. When our road crews are out working, they don't have 2 miles of barrels and flashing lights and all that. And all that stuff adds up. And, 10 guys on a crew that you really only needed 2 or 3 to begin with anyway. And so I think that we're better. We get a much better value for our tax dollars here than they do in other locations.
Right. Well, let's run it down, Bob.
I got a minute or so here. Okay. There were 80 new listings came on this week, 23 parcels of land, 54 homes came on the market. They came on in a range of $70,000 to $1.5 million. Average price was $208,000. There were 17 sales, 10 homes sold this week in a range of $53,000 to $210,000. There's 69 pendings. There's 965 homes on the MLS. So there's more than enough opportunity for you to find a home that will suit you. In 2014, there were 188 sales year to date for 21.3 million. In this year, we're at 213 sales for 24.1 million.
Wow.
So that's a big, I mean, it really gives you an idea of how the market is improving and people are coming down or up, as the case may be. I mean, we get a lot of people from Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana. People come from all over the country to come here because it's such a great place.
My mom's on her way up here. I will send her to the Z team.
We would appreciate that.
Speaking of which, Bob and Linda Zdora at the Z team, realtors, they will take care of all your real estate needs. That number, Bob?
That number is 870-405-0793. Give my honey a call. Century 21 Lemac Real Estate for all your real estate needs.
And the location?
We're at the main office across from McDonald's, and the branch office is out by Walmart out there. If you're going to get a hold of us, the best thing to do is to give us a call because we've been busy. Linda put like 4 listings in this week. We're helping some people move on to other things.
All right. Bob, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You guys that are going to shoot, start to head out there.